Well, good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. Today is Friday, Namosa Friday, June the 4th, 2021. So come on in the room, y'all. Y'all know what we do. Come on in the room. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. How are you today? I see y'all coming up in here. Good morning on this Friday morning. Good morning, Kenya Noel. Good morning, Jeffrey Allen James. And congratulations, Jeffrey Allen James. Good morning, Cherie Brooks Wallace. Good morning to everyone. Come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. We have a lot of news to cover today on a Friday, but we can get to all of it in the time that we have. We just need to roll on up in here. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Good morning. What that shirt say? This shirt says, never use the four-letter word can't. This shirt says never use the four-letter word can't. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Tony Smith. Good morning, Deborah Sneak. Good morning to everybody. Wes has never used this four-letter word can. Good morning, Amanda Smith. Good morning, Shirley Nicholson. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in the room, people. Good morning, Stephanie Burbridge Hall. Good morning, Josh. Good morning. Good morning, Diane Ladybug. Good morning to everybody. Y'all know what I need y'all to do, right? Y'all did great yesterday. There was like 37 shares. I need everybody to hit that share button, share it to your personal page and say, hey, come on in the room. Come on in the room to the News in Motion room. So come on in the room, people. Good morning, Marian. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. Good morning to all of you. Good morning. As you're rolling up on in here, good morning, Hester Jackson. We want to congratulate Jeffrey Allen James again. He gets the first News in Motion t-shirt. Hello, somebody. Y'all had us cracking up with y'all's answers. But here's a couple of things that we know that's happening. We know that you're watching. We know that you are connecting with the News in Motion show. So that alone is exciting. Good morning, Regina Short. Good morning. So thank you for hanging out with us, y'all. It's almost a year. It's almost a year, June the 22nd. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. Y'all do me a favor, hit that share button. Come on, y'all. That costs you nothing. That is completely free. You don't have to pay anything to hit that share button. Hester, no, girl, you didn't win. Good morning, Dr. Kim Carter. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Jeffrey Allen James won the first News in Motion t-shirt. So, Jeffrey, congratulations. You have to inbox me your size so you make sure you get this the correct size. You're right, Josh. Josh is saying support is free. And y'all hear me as Black and brown people. We need to start supporting each other. So all you have to do, it costs you nothing to hit that share button, nothing. And then share it to your personal wall. If you have other pages, share it there and say, hey, I think you may enjoy this morning news rundown. We have fun, we laugh, we're like a family. We give away prizes. The girl is crazy. Y'all can say that too. Gail Dudley is off the chain crazy, but she loves life. She's enjoying life. And it's a great way to start your day. So just go ahead and hit that share button. Go ahead and hit that share button. I would greatly appreciate it. Listen, before we get to the introduction, y'all, today is the free donut day. Hello, somebody. Today is the free donut day at Krispy Kreme. Yeah, that's where you go. You go to Krispy Kreme and get your free donut. And get this, if you've been vaccinated, all you got to do is go bam and show them your vaccine card. You get 2 free donuts. Now, it's probably not the most healthiest thing in the world, but hey, who doesn't want something free? And it's a Friday. Y'all know what's in here, right? It's Mimosa Friday. Yep, there's a mimosa in here. Hello, somebody. Yes, that's what it is. And we're going to have a good time. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I see Kenny Stanley rolling up in here. I see Sardinia rolling up in here. Good morning to all of you. I see Rosanna rolling up in here. So good morning to you. All right, y'all. There's a probe happening. There's a probe happening. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the EU and the UK opened up formal antitrust probes into whether Facebook uses advertisers' data to give illegal advantages to its own services. What? Hey, Tracy Burns, what's happening? What's happening, Pastor Antoinette and Felicia and Judy? What's up? Good morning, Davia. Y'all, this is a mimosa. We're going to have Davia on the show one Friday morning showing us how to make some different mimosas. Would y'all like that? We're going to just have to have her on the show. She can make us up some mimosa. Yes, she can. Y'all, there's all kinds of mimosa recipes out there. But that's a side note. But that's what's happening with the probe. Y'all, Pence, remember former Vice President Pence? He showed up yesterday, and he says he doesn't blame that former occupant, the president, that former president, for the January 6th riots. But this is what he says. He says he acknowledges for the first time out in public that he and his ex-boss don't see eye to eye on the January the 6th insurrection. But he did not go as far as to blame him for inciting the riot that nearly killed him. Yeah, remember, y'all, there was a noose on Capitol grounds to take him out. He said that. So, okay, whatever. Y'all, also in Huffington Post, FBI is investigating, guess who, y'all? Postmaster General. Yep, Louis DeJoy. Yep, they're coming. See, they coming for you. Good morning, Kelly Lee. Yep, they coming for you. They coming for you. Oh, Davia said, I got you. Oh, shoot. Let me let everybody see. She said this. Boom. Hey, Jakithia, how are you doing this morning, girl? All right, y'all. So, yeah, they're going to investigate him. Let me tell you why. The FBI is investigating controversial Postmaster General DeJoy over campaign contributions connected to his former business. Last September, the Washington Post reported that DeJoy and his aides pressured employees of his logistic business into attending political fundraisers and making contributions to Republican candidates. Say what? Hello to my biological brother. What's up? Yep, you're right, Adrian. That's happening. That is happening. Y'all, jobless claims. Check this out with the jobless claims. An estimated 385,000 Americans filed initial jobless claims just last week. Down, though, it's down more than 20,000 from the previous week, and it marks the first time each claim has fallen below 400,000 per week since the beginning of the pandemic. So we're on the road to recovery, y'all. We're on the road to recovery. Y'all, roughly 15.4 million Americans are receiving some form of unemployment benefits. The number is projected to drop at least projected to drop with at least 25 states. They're ending the $300 per week unemployment boost, citing difficulty by businesses in hiring workers. Well, yesterday, y'all was out with my dad. You know, he's now 85 years old, and we took their car and their keys and everything from them. So we trade off, take them to the grocery store and things like that. So it was my day yesterday. And I'm starting to get really used to it. I really like kind of picking his brain. I also like messing with my dad because he'll be saying to me, why are you driving this way? Because it's my car and this is the way I choose to drive. Well, why you got to get on the highway? Because it's my car and I choose to get on the highway. So we just have some really good conversations. But anyway, we had passed the Panera yesterday. And Panera said, their sign said this, starting hourly salary, $25 an hour. What? We're going to all be rolling up to Panera trying to get a job. Then it said $1,000 signing bonus. And within the first 90 days, you can get up to $30 an hour. Say, what? So y'all, although these things are happening, they're taking away the $300 that, you know, these are the GOP states that are doing it. The thing is, remember, they would not put in the stimulus package an increase of hourly, say that real fast, hourly salary, put them together, it's all messed up. That so now it's like, isn't it interesting that they're not being forced? And now they're all competing, they're trying to get workers. So it's like more than $15 an hour. They're talking $25 an hour, $30 an hour. See, y'all, things happen when you take a stand. Sometimes we didn't like it. I know I didn't like when the stimulus didn't pass with the minimum wage. But look what's happening now. Look what's happening now. Y'all, that's power. Y'all, that's straight up power. Let me just tell you, that's straight up power. So, y'all, May jobs report is due in this morning. So hopefully we'll hear that and we can share that on Monday. But the analyst is estimating that around 637,000 new jobs were created just last month. Yep. So unemployment is dropping from 6.1% to 5.9%. ADP estimates that employers hired 970,000 workers in May. What? So, y'all, things are happening. Things are happening, and it takes time. All right, y'all, in other news, check this out. Now, United Airlines, and I fly them. I flew them to Israel. I flew them to Germany. They're a pretty good airline. They really are, especially when you're doing long flights. Well, y'all, they're buying 15 ultra-fast planes from a startup. Now, I don't know if I want to get on a plane from anybody who's just starting up a business. Now, I love startups. I have a startup myself. I've had multiple of them. I help people with startup businesses. I do coaching and consulting with startup businesses. But I don't know if I want a plane from a startup business. But anyway, United Airlines, they have purchased 15 ultra-fast planes. That will begin rolling out 2029. Yeah. Y'all, get this, y'all. The plane will reduce flights from London to New York in just 3 hours. It's a little bit too fast for me. But hey, whatever. Yep, Kim Edmondson, the supersonic jets. Yep. I don't know. It's almost like when I imagine this, when I was reading it, it's like you're sitting there and you go, vroom, and you're just flying off somewhere. I'm like, I don't know about that. I want to be able to get comfortable, get my blanket, my pillow, get my snacks, get my food, sleep a little bit, get adjusted to the time frame. I don't know about that. Y'all, the coronavirus recovery numbers are now 28,020,575. Again, 28,025,575. Y'all, U.S. COVID cases has dropped to 15,000 per day, the lowest since last March. Average death remain about 530 per day. Now, hear that, remains. Yesterday, y'all know I have this condition. Yesterday was my time to go to the James Cancer Clinic to check out everything that I have. I'm good. But I want to tell y'all something. And this was at OSU. This is one of the prominent hospitals that deal with this. Well, get this. You still have to wait outside. You still have to get your temperature checked. You still had to wear your mask. They still only allowed 4 people in the waiting room. You still had to have 6 feet apart social distancing. I sat there, this man that was sitting across from me, older white man, he said, and they say this is over. I said, we know right here, this is a prominent hospital. This ain't over because they got everything still in place. He said, exactly. So I was like, I don't know if I'm buying it. But y'all, guess what? Roughly 60% of Americans over 12 and 63% of those over 18 have received at least one vaccine dose. So stay tuned. I'll be right back after you listen to this brief message. So if you're thinking about getting your vaccine, go ahead and do it. Because y'all, President Biden announced a national month of action this month, trying to hit his 70% of American adults partially vaccinated by July 4th. Y'all, and I mean to tell you, they got some serious thoughts and things going on. For example, you have the vaccine lottery that's taking place in many states. Y'all, I'm in Ohio, so we have where you can either get a full ride to college, including your room and board and books, where you can get $1 million. Just 3 more weeks to do that. And yet my name's in that pool. Hello, somebody. Kroger's is doing $1 million. They're doing it with CVS and Myers. There's just all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. Also, West Virginia, get this, y'all. West Virginia is offering guns and trucks. What? Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. And companies are offering anything from free flights. United Airlines doing free flights. And y'all, here is another one, a year for beer to lure people in. So here are the 5 points that the Biden administration is putting forth. He's saying that pharmacies, including Albertsons, CVS, Rite Aid, and Walgreens will have extended hours on Friday, beginning this Friday, to boost the numbers for vaccinations. Uber and Lyft are offering free rides. So if you want to go, hey, just go get whatever you need from those places. He also announced 4 of the nation's largest child care providers, KinderCare, Learning Care Group, Bright Horizons, and hundreds of YMCA locations will offer free drop-off in child care to all parents and caregivers giving vaccines and recovering from the shots. You can drop your kids off, go get your shot, say you're going home to rest, go back and get your kids later. Hello, somebody. Who wouldn't want to do that? Then the second thing that they're doing is they're doing an outreach effort. Vice President Kamala Harris in the South and Midwest. They're also launching a new initiative called Shots at the Shop to recruit Black-owned barbers and beauty shops to help with outreach. So everyone in this thread who has anything to do with a barber shop or a salon, please, please, please be a part of this. Be a part of this. I'm seeing what some of you are saying. Guns and trucks. Y'all are on this, guns and trucks. And Kenya said, just come back and get your kids. Right? Y'all, the third thing the administration is doing, they want to do everything right to make it easy for employees. So they're telling employers, let the people take the day and get their shots without being penalized and being paid. And then finally, Biden administration is asking all Americans to help in their direct circles to get vaccinated. So Jakeithia, I know you're on here, so we still have work to do. Kenya Noel, we still have work to do to get people vaccinated. And they want everybody to take all those, find a way to participate. So News in Motion is a part of that since we've been given numbers for so long. So that's so exciting to do as well. All right, y'all. So yesterday we had Jeffrey Allen James win the trivia. And some of you want to know, well, what were the answers to the first 15? We had 30 questions yesterday. We only got through 15. So we're going to roll those questions over to next Thursday. Now, listen, just do some research, y'all. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Again, we figured out how much y'all love News in Motion. So that's so exciting. Again, just share the video. Share the video, y'all. That's free. That costs you nothing. That's how you can support and grow what it is that we're doing so more people can be a part of it. And as Josh shared earlier, and I need all of y'all to follow Josh. It is so important. He has been working with me for 2 days, and already these things are changing, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so here were the answers. Here are the answers. And don't think that you're not going to get some of these questions next week. We're just going to help you set up to win. Next week, there's going to be 3 winners. There's going to be 3 winners next week. Yep, Mary Jenkins, I talked about this National Donut Day. You can get your free donut at Krispy Kreme. You can get 2 if you have your vaccination card. All right, what was the first date of the first episode of News in Motion? That was June the 22nd, 2020. June 22nd, 2020. How many team members worked with Gail? 5. There's 5 of them. How many times has News in Motion changed the background of the studio? 4 times. 4 times. What happened for News in Motion to broadcast from a hotel for 2 days? A flood in the house. Who encouraged Gail Dudley to launch this show? Dr. Kim Carter. Y'all have said it a gazillion times, and not one of y'all answered that right. I'm like, how could they not answer that correctly when I'm saying that all the time? What was the first trivia of News in Motion? The 80s music. The 80s music was the first trivia. What is the mission of News in Motion? Y'all, I say this all the time. News in Motion is a daily news with relevant commentary and a call to action mixed with the inspirational message. What's each day of the week's theme and title? I gave y'all one yesterday and y'all didn't even get that right. Monday is a weekend recap. Tuesday is That's Happening Tuesday. Wednesday is Wednesday workshop. Thursday is either Thursday countdown or Thursday trivia. And Friday is what? Mimosa Friday. Then the very next question I said was, who coined the term Mimosa Friday? I just answered the one that y'all just had, and that would be Mike Nicholson. Number 10, finish this sentence. No mayo, no tights. And that came from people being in line to vote last year for the general election, and there were women that they thought they had on leggings, but they had on tights. So it was no mayo, no tights. Number 11, name 5 things. This was what the group says, so it says it like it's not me. Name 5 things Gail said during the election season to help prepare you to stand in line to vote. Charge your phone. Pack a sandwich, have a chair, charge your portable battery, have a book, have your medicine, have water, have a protein bar, have some crackers, have some ginger ale, inhaler, hat, gloves, umbrella, fruit, have your ID, have your insulin, and no devil eggs. So any one of those 5, and many of you got a lot of those right. All right, number 12, what are the 2 sayings of Gail Dudley that you hear probably every segment? Number 1, hello somebody. Number 2, that's happening. So those are the 2 sayings that you always hear. And Davia, you're correct. I also say, and we laughed at this, I also say that real fast. Or someone else said, I'll say be with a billion when I'm talking about different things when it comes to finances. But y'all are on it. Number 13, what's Gail's favorite drink? It's a mimosa. It really is. It is my favorite drink. I can drink mimosas all day long. Yes, I can. Number 14, Gail had 2 major passions last year on News in Motion. What are they? And most of y'all got that correct. The election being voting registration, and the other one was bringing awareness to those who are food insecure. So y'all got those right. The number 15, how much money was raised for those who are food insecure? And y'all, again, I answered that to the one before. As of May the 11th, 2021, the State of the News in Motion report through the News in Motion family. Y'all, and it says about how much. Y'all, we raised more than $9,000 to help those who are food insecure. All right, y'all, now, it's happening again next Thursday. So study up. We're gonna do the other 15 questions. We're gonna do the other. Good morning, Karen. We're gonna bring in the other 15 questions that we didn't get to yesterday, and what y'all should really study. Go back to the segment where I talked about the filibuster. That's so important. That is extremely important for next week's trivia. There'll be 3 winners next week. Remember, there's a winner. There's going to be winners every week. And I may do some fun out of nowhere, maybe another day, throw in a trivia. And we're building up to the grand prize, and we're not releasing the grand prize yet. We will be celebrating 1 year on June the 22nd. 1 year on June the 22nd. And we hope that you're here to participate with us, because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. All right, y'all, for the win. And, you know, I put him up here, boom, Jeffrey Allen James. I went to his profile just to see if I could find out a little bit more about him. And his profile says, I am the CEO, the COO, and everything else. Boom, there you have it with Jeffrey Allen James. He's been a supporter. Y'all know we've been praying for him as he was having different surgeries. He's always here. He's always encouraging. He's always linking some great articles for us to read. The thing is, we need to read them. He's very versed, and he's a well-read person, and he's bringing to us all types of information. I've throw up different articles that he shares all the time. So for the win today, one of our own, Jeffrey Allen James. Now, y'all, I'm getting to the inspirational message, which is so important. And I'm going to give y'all a transparent moment today. And I want to know if you're still in here. So before I even get there, let me see who's in here. Kenny Stanley says she gave us a cheat sheet. Kim Edmondson says, oh, Lord, not the filibusters. We got to know this stuff, y'all. Kenya Noel says, Kenny Stanley, I didn't get it. Let me look off your paper. Y'all are cracking me up. I knew that segment would be coming up. Y'all know I'm talking about this filibuster. We have to get it. We have to get it. Y'all, and there's some other rules to that filibuster. So make sure you're checking it out. I'm giving y'all way too much information. Way too much information. All right, so here's the inspirational message. And this inspirational message is a transparent moment. Seriously. I want to call this inspirational message today, turn lemons into lemonade. Turn lemons into lemonade. I'll say that again. Turn lemons into lemonade. So as of this month, my podcast is on hold. Diane Ladybug is probably like, what? Yes, I've been doing a podcast every Friday since December the 18th. But as of yesterday, it has gone on hold. And I'm going to tell you why. This is a transparent moment. And I'm sharing this moment with you to hopefully help anyone out here. Y'all, it is so important to protect your brand. It's okay to subcontract with people and hire other companies to do things that maybe you're not aware or know how to do or you lack knowledge in. But even as you hand those things off, your hands still should be in it. I made an epic failure when it came to my podcast. Even knowing how to do any of those things made me afraid. I'm just being honest. It scared me. It's like, I don't know how to do that. You proved to me that you know how to do that. So here you go. Take it over and run with it. For weeks, people were calling me up saying, who is writing your description to your podcast? I know that's not your voice. I know that's not you. And I'm begging you to take over at least writing the descriptions to your podcast. But for me, it's like I didn't have the capacity to do it. I wasn't doing it. I was done. The millennials, the 5 team members who work with me with News in Motion, would say to me constantly, will you please pull that back? You're giving too much control there. You're giving too much power over there. Well, as of yesterday, the company who was helping me out with the podcast decided they were releasing me as a client. And that came after I said to them, starting June, I want to begin writing the content myself. All of a sudden, in less than 24 hours notice, they released me as a client. So today I decided I was going to turn those lemons into lemonade. 2 o'clock this morning, I'll be honest with y'all, 2 o'clock this morning, I was up because I could not get this out. I'm like, who does this? That's just so unprofessional. And I was becoming very upset about it. And then in my stillness of time with Jesus, in his still small voice, he says, what are you talking about? You got this. It's your content. It's your intellectual property. It's your brand. Now, what are you going to do with it? I know the millennials be up all the time. So I sent them off email, and 3 of them sent back to me. We got you. We're going to change the graphic, and we're going to take this a different way. Let's go back to Josh. I had a conversation with Josh and Cassandra Tauber yesterday when it first happened. And Josh said, well, how'd you get over to something in mimosas? I love real people. He goes, you have news in motion. How do you get over? I said, because I didn't want to do news in the podcast. You don't have to do news, but you just feed off of what it is that you're already doing, whether it's a business segment or anything like that. Feed off of the content you already have. Now, this young man, he's in Texas, and he gave me that information, which changes the launching pad that I'm on. Y'all, it is now what? Almost 8 o'clock. And already the content I have prepared to relaunch this in July 2021 is off the chain. Those millennials from 2 a.m., I don't even know if they went to sleep. They were spitting out graphics. They were saying this is where you're going. Y'all know Wednesday workshop. Wednesday workshop is going to turn into the podcast. And I'm still going to give them a mimosa recipe. And they said, we're just going to tighten this up. We're going to do this differently. But listen, y'all, I had to bring my brand back to myself. So, y'all, turn lemons into lemonade. Your brand, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure, make sure that you may hire people, but make sure you're still in control. Because this is what happened. This is what happened, to give y'all the entire story. And listen, I accept full responsibility. It's my fault. I was just so like laid back, like, here, take it and run with it. You know what you're doing. You didn't prove that you know what you're doing. I was completely hands off. All I would do was a recording and say, here you go. No, never again. So listen, when I finally got into the system, because I did not know all my passwords and some passwords were changed. Hello, somebody. When I finally got into the system and proved to each platform that I am who I say I am and that it was my intellectual property, I was able to then go in and change all the passwords to for me that I have. And when I was in there looking at things, and I was in there looking at the content for the descriptions and things that were written up, which again, it was my fault. I should have read them before I let them upload. It didn't even seem like me. It did not seem like me. So, y'all, instead of pouting about it and complaining about it and crying about it, I made the decision to turn the lemons into lemonade and look at it as a life lesson. You're right, Mary Jenkins. You cannot take your hands off everything. And if you figure it out that you don't have the capacity to do something, just don't do it yet. Just don't you do it yet. And no, I'm not going to name the company because that's not who I am. I'm not going to do that. I learned a life lesson for myself. And I thought it was so fitting and very important with everything we've talked about this week to make sure I share it with you. Y'all, you should always hold the control and the power of your brand. You should see everything. So, guess what else I did, y'all? I wrote an article that Medium has accepted. I wrote this article at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I have not slept. I now have a migraine, but it's okay. I'm pressing through. Yes, through this smile, I have a migraine. I can feel it in the back, like boom, right here in my head and right here. And it's really working. But listen, I wrote an article, submitted it to Medium. I didn't think I was going to hear back from them yet. They've already sent back, yes, we want this. We want to run with this. And we're going to monetize your article. That's turning lemon into lemonade. And I'm hoping you're hearing me. This is my story, but think about what it is that you have going on right now in your life. What do you have right now in your life that you need to turn lemons into lemonade? Think about it. Think about it. The only main person that should have control of anything that you're doing is God. You know, I'm a follower of Jesus. You know, I'm a believer. And some of y'all may not know this. I'm also an ordained pastor. He's the ultimate authority, but the control and the power here is mine, and I need to put my hands back on it. My 27-year-old daughter said to me, I don't know what it's going to take for me to get you to understand that everything you move to someone else, you're still moving with it. So, y'all, with that, and I see all of y'all's comments. With that, thank you, Mary Jenkins, for saying you're praying for me. Because, you know, y'all, sometimes we get so involved, and I'm going to go back up here. Sometimes we get so involved in everything that we're doing that we forget to pray for ourselves. So we need people to pray for us. Marian, thank you. Your transparency is awesome and encouraging. Thank you. Some others up here. A friend was voted out of their nonprofit and the mission changed. Y'all, this is serious. We have to know who's in our circle. Sometimes things happen so you can get in the weeds and fix it. I absolutely agree with that. Thank you for the wisdom, Josh. Yes. Turn your lemons into lemonade. Definitely lemonade, but you got the recipe. Yeah, we have to do that. Yep, you're right. Your niece is on it, girl. She's on it. She's always on it. She has my back. And at first I thought, wow, there's not going to be a podcast this Friday. But then I thought, okay, all right. Wasn't supposed to be one. Bo's supposed to be one. Mary says, not everyone in your circle is in your corner. You're absolutely correct with that. All right, y'all. I want you all to have a fabulous weekend. I do. I'm going to go nurse this headache. But until Monday, y'all know what I say. Stay well. And remember, make some moves.